868 horsepower, twin-turbo V6, and the most fun-to-drive, emotionally charged Ferrari built to date. This is the 296 Speciale. What's good, guys? Welcome back to Ron's Rides. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another video where it's a celebration for fans of the prancing horse, because the presentation of the Ferrari 296 Speciale and Speciale A, or Aperta, makes its new step in the path of special series opened by the Challenge Stradale, and then continue with the 430 Scuderia, 458 Speciale, and 488 Pista. Unlike its predecessors, these two models do not have an 8-cylinder but twin-turbo hybrid V6, which marks a change of pace in the mechanical architecture of the family. But I'm going to talk about that engine in a moment. Here I want to first give space to the stylistic analysis of the latest creation, which bear the signature Flavio Manzoni, chief of designer of Maranello Company. Now, the extreme versions of the 296 GTB and GTS, the Ferrari 296 Speciale and Speciale A, are presented to the eye with several aesthetic modifications which differentiate them from these starting cars. Now, with that said, right at first glance, you'll notice the more aggressive matrix is immediately visible. The result above all, the search for superior downforce, obtained with the accurate aerodynamics study. The new reds do not hide any of the reference to the world of racing and adopt radical linguistic codes. Now, the front has changed, now more aggressive, especially at the lower part, with the LaFerrari style splitter and the trimaran mouth, thus remedying the more lacking appearance of the 296 GTB and GTS on the expressive front. Now, even the front hood is more hollowed out. It has a new shape to better exploit the passage of flows, where the side profile will benefit from the new side skirts, which together with the lower trim will create an even more emphasized visual connection to the car's anchorage to the ground. Now, the most innovative part, which stands out the most from the standard models, is the tailgate, where you can see the presence of two mini rear wings. They protrude from the sides, which evoke an appearance of those launched by the FXXK. Now, the connecting area between the stern light clusters has a contrasting black paintwork to tie with the look of the 296 Challenge, which also is reflected in the external bulkheads of the bumpers. Now, the presence of the extractor profile is much more marked, called upon to make an important contribution to the development of the downforce that is equal to 435 kilograms when traveling 250 kilometers. Now, the vortex generators in the underbody are optimized to effectively divide the flows between the central channel and the lateral ones. Now, the exhaust is inserted above the diffuser in a completely new way compared to the starting car, taking inspiration from the F80. Now, in general, you can say that the aesthetics of the Ferrari 296 Speciale are very aggressive, certainly more than that of the GTB and GTS. The greater optical vigor fortunately does not compromise the elegance, which was very preserved, especially when you take into account the racing nature of these variants. Even the front end seems more harmonized with the whole compared to the starting cars for the greater charisma it manages to express. Now, the new Speciale and Speciale A are new benchmarks among cars of the prancing horse range, like hypercars in the F80 range, in terms of driving thrills. Here, there's a reduced weight, improved ABS Evo, and an extra boost with fast gear shift times, and you guys will also have the most fun cars on the market, as claimed by Ferrari. There are no maximum production volumes, but the run should be limited. Now, let's talk about what's beating underneath that hood. We're talking about new aluminum pistons, titanium rods from the F80 hypercar to boost this turbocharged 2.9-liter V6 from 654 horsepower to 690, matching the muscle of the track-only 296 Challenge race car. Now, the Speciale's total system output stands at 868 horsepower or 880 PS, up from the regular 296's 819 horsepower, 830 PS. Now, it's all channeled to the rear wheels through an 8-speed dual-clutch transmission with optimized shift points. Now, Ferrari quotes a 2.8 second 0 to 62 mile per hour time, or 100 kilometers, and says 124 miles per hour, 200 kilometers is done in 7 seconds. And that the Speciale can lap the automaker's Friano racetrack 1 minute and 19 seconds. And the stock 296 GTB's numbers for comparison are 2.9 seconds and 7.3 seconds at the base car with the Friano package that takes 2 seconds longer to complete a lap. Let's talk more about the weight, because all this body is over 50 kilograms lighter than its siblings thanks to the extensive use of lightweight materials such as carbon fiber and titanium. The downforce has increased by 20%, which plants these cars to the asphalt even at higher speeds. There's also a side wing at the rear. It is an active spoiler which modulates the load based on the contingent needs. Now, the elastic setup includes specially calibrated stiffness and chromatic angles, in order to optimize behavior. The package includes a single calibration multimatic shock absorbers derived from the 296 GT3 and titanium springs to keep the weight to a minimum. The different center of gravity and the flexible setup can lead to a 4% increase in lateral acceleration, with a roll gradient reduced by 13% compared to the starting cars. The powerful carbon ceramic brakes stopped the cars in question from 200 kilometers to 0 in just meters. Now, much attention in the development of the Ferrari 296 Speciale and Speciale A was the sound, even more engaging than that of the cars from which they've derived from. I mean, we're talking about tones that seem closer to the wonderful and unraveled ones of the V12s from Maranello. The interior style is characterized by the extensive use of carbon fiber and Alcantara. And when it comes to the prices of the Speciale and Speciale A, we're looking at around 407,000 euros or 462,000 euros respectively, with deliveries beginning next year. So with that said, what are you guys thinking about the Speciale? Are you taking the hardtop or the convertible? And do you like these models over the regular 296 GTB and GTS? Drop those comments down below. Now, if you guys did enjoy the video today, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Also, make sure you guys check the links in the description if you want to help further support the channel, and subscribe to the channel, but click the notification bell so you don't miss one video, and we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.